The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Womp womp. Just like that. No victory Monday for us today, but you are looking live at a very busy Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where summer's back. It's 71 degrees. The high is 75. The low is 51.
I absolutely love, like, the sunshine.
This is the perfect weather.
It just
today.
makes me feel good.
Chilly in the morning, perfect in the afternoon.
Yeah, it just makes me
Sun's
feel
out,
good, man.
Guns out, buns out.
Whoa. He is Shannon. That is Nate. We are out. We are without Three Pumps today. He'll be back with us tomorrow. In the back with a party of people is Chris Beam. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille people. When we speak.
Yes, they my little man. Say it again, little man.
When we speak.
Yeah.
Say it again.
When we speak.
There we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Thanks, sir.
Yes.
Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its
Wah, wah, wah. Wah. Boy, like somebody had their backpack out.
Somebody left their backpack at home.
Yeah.
They needed it.
I felt like Nick, man. I felt like Nick. Nick just walked off.
Did he?
Yeah. Inside joke.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Fill me in the break. Let me know what's happening. What happened, Nate? Like what?
To the Cowboys?
Yes.
Wah. Nah, this is what happened.
Did they just set the tone too early and you just?
No, this is what happened. Thank you. To me, this reminds me of the 1 in 15. No, when we were 7 and whatever, and we were trying to get somebody else to help us get in. Mm-hmm. But what I realized over the years was you play better when you have something to play for. Because once it really soaks in that you don't have anything to play for, plus the guys over there do, and they are better, and they are more excited, and you throw an interception, and you are down by 7, and even though you come back and score, you throw another interception, and you're down by that same 7, the gas slowly leaks out. It's called a death by 1,000 cuts by players that were just better than you.
Jesse, your thoughts?
Philly's better. Like that. There is no.
Are they that much better?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are. Especially when you, and I get it, the Cowboys are down a bunch of players, but, maybe it's not 41-7. It was, what was it, 34-6 the last time we played them earlier in the year?
Something like
wasn't
that.
Wasn't too much of a difference. They're just a better football team. They have a better roster, better players, even with their
Healthier.
second and third quarterback in there. Just a better football team. It's nothing. Listen, the Cowboys could have played their very best. You were still losing to that football team.
I tell you what, Kenny Pickett gained a lot of followers or a lot of fans. That's a tough dude, man. Came out that he was playing with cracked ribs.
Football players are normally tough dudes.
Man.
You know what made me laugh?
Normally we consider ourselves pretty tough dudes to go and get into a car accident down in and down out and just get up and do it again.
And all I could think about was you when he was going to the locker room. I was like, what do you always say? I'm going to give you the little...
Got good drugs.
Yes.
Got good drugs back there.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's real, man.
Telling y'all, they
He was
got
ready to go.
good drugs back there.
Parsons would not have did that if somebody wouldn't have cracked his ribs a few seconds earlier.
They got him?
What happened was he was locked up with the offensive tackle, right? Saquon, swat, He stopped.
Did he?
He stopped and kind of. And then your boy Pickett came his way, and he like, okay. Boom.
I'm gonna get mine back. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get my lick
he
back.
got his back. And that's not, I ain't saying that was right, but if you watch the play from the beginning of the snap, Saquon got him perfectly in the
I mean,
rib.
he didn't
And
hit
it
him.
made him stop.
He didn't hit Kenny Pickett illegally.
Nah.
They said you get like 2 steps. Boom, boom, you know
And
what
he
I'm saying?
kind of pulled up.
And he pulled up.
Just gave him a little
Yeah,
shoulder
he just
bump.
gave him a little.
He didn't
I'm
like
here.
blast him.
I'm here. You know I'm here.
Boy,
Now Osa.
Yeah, that was
That was tough to watch. That was like a Michael Jordan, hop, skip, jump,
Yeah.
hop
Yeah,
to the
Osa,
rim. That was a.
And then after the game, Osa like, man, did he let everybody know how he felt? I mean,
What did he say after the game? I didn't hear it.
Did Chris? Do you have that cut? Or it'd be hard to find. Probably be hard to
You
find.
could paraphrase for me.
What
No.
cut was that? I'm sorry.
The Osa's cut.
What he said
After the game, I don't have
We'll see
that
if we
right
can
now.
find it.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, the thing that is
So you ain't gonna paraphrase for me.
no,
You ain't
no,
gonna
no,
just give me.
I ain't gonna do that because I know you can find it, and I don't want to bring it to the fan. But anyway, I just believe this right here, man. You just a week ahead of time, Jess.
For
I think this is the game where all the air goes out. I passed by a couple of players, ex-players, and they like, what you think? I just say the scoreboard finally caught up with us. The scoreboard finally showed that we were playing with backups that were playing very well. We had a few of our stars, but not all of them. But this is what happens when you play two teams that feel good about what they're doing, and the better team usually wins big. I mean, this quarterback, his worst times, I listened to the show earlier, Josh is on, and they were just breaking it down. Boy, if Cooper Rush is ever playing again, take him out against Philly. Because he has no win against Philly, nothing at all. They beats him down.
What happened to him? He looked bad. Like he hasn't looked bad.
Philly, like they said, the Philly is kryptonite, man.
I mean that first interception, it was like, first off,
did it look familiar to you?
it was a misread, and he overthrew him.
Did it look familiar to you?
It probably will once you tell me why it should.
It was the same interception that Dak threw against Green Bay. Same routes, same route concept, and the safety just passed off the first guy because he had already predetermined, I'm going to this slant right behind it. And if you go back and you watch that game, and to answer both of your questions, it's we laugh at it, but maybe he does. Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator in Philly. Remember when he was in Denver? He was like, I got the blueprint for these guys. Everybody like the blueprint, and he was like, oh, there is the blueprint. And it was making the quarterbacks of this offense have to read through coverage. And when you go back and you watch, especially earlier in that game, the Eagles DBs, and you know this was talked about in film, they were playing off and they were looking to jump the hitches, the slants. And if you look at the first, I think it was like the first catch Brandon Cooks had, he was on the right-hand side and he ran like a deeper out or a comeback. Darius Slay was guarding him. If you watch the play, Darius Slay is playing off coverage, but the way that he's playing it, he's like, yeah, I'm going to play off, and they're going to run this slant, and I'm going to jump it. And he goes, and when Brandon Cooks gets to that slant depth, you see him take a step forward, and then he realizes he didn't throw it. He says, oh, and he baseball turns, and he gets out of there. That's why he seems so wide open. On the long throw against Mitchell, that Mingo, that Mingo beat him down the field. It was the same thing. It was just stutter and go. They were sitting on those slants earlier in that game because they were like, oh, we watched what happened last week and the week before that. The ball's coming out quick. He has the fastest release. They don't want to go down the field. He can't throw down the field, and we're just going to sit on it. And then, of course, the pick six that happened early in the game, it was that same concept. He passed the tight end on through and said, gotcha. Stepped right in front of him.
Is that something your coaches tell you to do during the week and say, hey, watch for this. This is what we're going to do. take a chance, it's on me if you get beat, or is it something that the players decide to do? Hey, I see this on film.
It's a discussion. It's a conversation like, hey, listen, when they get outside the numbers, +2, percentages say they running a slant. Hey, when they get into this formation where they're 3-by-1, they're probably going to run tight end, clear out, double slants behind that. Be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's when you go back and you watch film and you watch, because normally you watch, if you're evaluating a team, you watch 3 games, right? Like if you're heading into that week, you go back and you watch 3 games from a coaching perspective, because that's going to give you the most recent thing. There's some changes that may have happened in there. You'll see some different competition, but you go back and you watch the last 3 games and you just see, all right, what's consistent? And then on top of that, it's your division rival. So you see them twice a year. So you go back and watch those 3 games, and then what happened the last time y'all played them? What worked well, what didn't work well? And you start finding trends, and you start finding things that you're familiar with. And that's when you talk about route recognition, formation recognition, and the good ones. Like when you talk to the good cornerbacks in the league, or of our times, they'll sit back and they'll tell you, "Oh, I've seen this coverage before," or not coverage, but I've seen this formation before. Out of this formation, 3rd down, they're probably running one of these 3 routes, because this is what history has said they've done over the last 3 or 4 games, or the last time that we played them. And you take the educated guess, and sometimes you guess right, but most of the time, coaches and teams, there's a trend, right? It's like we kind of know what you want to do and what style that you want to do it, and that's where the chess game comes in. When are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? It's the chess game, and then it's the Jimmy's and Joe's game. Because, Nate will tell you, there were points in time when it was like, hey, dog, we running low right. Y'all know what's coming, but me, Tui, Eric, Larry, Steph, hey, listen.
Come get us if you can.
Yeah, and we going right, y'all. Y'all know what we doing, but I'll meet you at the apex, and we'll see what happens then. And he just was better than you. And you just go, well, hey, coach, I gave it my best. And that's what sometimes happens.
That was sweet, Jesse. You took 13 sweet. Bro, give me some of that,
I'm
man.
trying to get you out of here on time, my brother.
Yeah, let's take a break. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more football. We'll see if Nate can remember anything about this logo that's on my shirt today. When we come back.
Oh, yeah, we won by the skin of our teeth. I remember it.
One of his, I don't remember how many we had. Was it 3 Super Bowls that I won? Isn't that how he usually plays it off? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right, we'll see when we come back. Hanging with the boys. Be right back.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets at Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. we cry together. And we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Nate, swing by your local 7-Eleven and grab your favorite item from the roller grill. Then enjoy a big gulp for just 89 cents.
Ah, big gulps, huh?
Oh, big goals, huh?
Valid at participating stores.
Like
Fill up at Pump 8 and get game day ready.
Well, see you later.
There we go.
3 pumps.
Oh, big gulp, son.
Before we get out of here for the year,
We gone?
soon,
Okay.
do we want to release the schedule yet, Chris, or no?
You can say when you are. That's fine.
Okay. We will not be here Wednesday for New Year's Day. We will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, why would we do something like that?
We will be here Thursday and Friday.
Wait, we're not here tomorrow?
No, we're here tomorrow.
No, we're not here Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
We will
New
be
Year's Day. Watch football, please.
We'll be here Thursday and Friday, and Friday will be our last daily show until training camp, I guess. We go to weekly starting next week. So
Next week,
next
weekly
week,
shows.
no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We will be Thursdays at 1 p.m. Central Time.
Thursdays at 1 p.m. Central.
Once per week.
Now you see what lack of playoff do to our pockets.
There we go, man.
You know what?
Pockets just got a
You see
little,
what a lack of the playoffs do to our
tell
pockets.
got a little more shout. You never know when your last game is.
Well, that is true. But I tell folks, they're like, oh, Jesse, you a hater. You will never say nothing. Da, 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 da. And I go, nobody
Enjoys
wants them to win.
more than us.
More than me.
That's right.
I'm like, what do you mean? You said on the show, I said, when they don't win,
I don't win.
shows get cut short. And I don't win. I'm trying to remodel my bathroom.
There you go.
I'm trying to remodel my bathroom.
What's the difference between a contract player, a short-term player, and a long-term player?
Commas.
That's
Commas.
At least with
funny.
the short-term player, you get a chance to show who you are, so you can get a long comma.
Speaking of, we were talking about. It was kind of enjoyable to watch the fight in the game. If you saw some of the behind,
What fight was that?
the behind the scenes videos,
They had like
the
6,
Eagles
7 fights. You know that,
the
right?
big one, big
Okay.
one that they actually went to the ground and dogpiled each other and took the refs out. And
Shout out to Junior. He was trying to pull a ref's legs from underneath the pile.
Was
he was
he?
trying to help the ref. Yeah.
Oh, good for
Junior was like really like literally like trying to help the ref, like help the ref get up. Left legs was underneath the pile. He couldn't get out.
like he was trapped in a car.
No,
back or
for real,
something.
for real. He was like trapped underneath there.
There's one video.
I want to thank the police officers for
getting out the way.
For getting out the way. You never see feet that quick.
not getting involved. Y'all handle it.
Listen,
Y'all handle it.
we take care of the stands.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's always been crazy to me in pro sports. Like, you beat the hell out of somebody like that on the street, you go to jail. You beat the hell out of somebody like that in a hockey game or a basketball game, football game, baseball game.
15 yards.
You just go to the locker room.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Check light.
Check like that.
well, that's what I was going to talk about because we were talking about that in the break. Like, a couple of those guys that got involved, what's that fine look like? Because for everybody that doesn't know, Jesse, kind of tell everybody what the fight was, who was involved, and then
So it was a DB from the I guess
Eagles.
a DB from the Eagles.
Number 21,
21. Brown was his last name. Was his last name Brown? It doesn't matter.
look it up, yeah.
But they got into a little kerfluffle,
Mm-hmm.
and the Cowboys, Jalen Brooks, and I don't even know who the other dude was.
I never heard of him. Chris, do you know who he was? Was he a practice squad guy they brought up?
Who, the guy who got fined?
The guy that was in it with Brooks.
Who else got thrown out? Jalen Brooks and who else?
The guy who got thrown out is Jalen Brooks, and it starts with a P. It's not Polk. It's
He's asking somebody.
Pride. Nick's back
he
here.
just got brought up.
Yeah.
Pride just got brought up as the practice squad.
So we were talking about this, like, you get fined for stuff like that, right?
Do you?
Okay, So I have the list if you want to know how much he got fined.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
$39,501. That's for fighting. I don't know if it's extra for getting thrown out of the game, but I think fighting is automatic ejection.
Okay.
That's your first offense.
And you just got brought up from the practice squad. How
Yeah.
much do those practice squad guys make per game?
Well, I think they get the minimum. They get a minimum check for getting called up. So they get like the veteran minimum check. So I don't know what that is. There's no way it's $666,000 though, because that's how
Hell
much that.
no.
So that's what it is. $39,000
Would be 600 and something.
It's like $39,501 is like $666,000.
So he actually paid to play in the game.
Yeah, so he played
Yeah.
it was a rec game for him.
Yeah,
He
he
actually
paid.
played.
Yep.
He paid his dues.
He paid to play.
He paid him and Jalen.
He's probably paying for next week too.
Because
Actually,
if you just got called up, not counting anybody's pockets, but let's say his check is $40,000. That's before you get hit with that Philadelphia state tax. And for those of you that don't know, NFL players and professional athletes, I should say, we have to pay what they call an entertainment tax.
All entertainers.
All correct. So
singers,
a concert tax,
Yeah.
basically. When we go from state to state, even though our home base is Texas, where there's no state income tax, because we go and perform in these other states, we pay, in that check, we have to pay that state's tax representative, whatever that representative of the tax number. So when you're in New Jersey playing against in MetLife, which MetLife is in New Jersey, you're playing the Jets or the Giants, you pay on that check New Jersey state tax. When you play in Philadelphia, you pay Pennsylvania state tax. You go and play the Chargers or the Niners or any one of those teams, you're paying California state tax.
It's flipped. And by the way, cities have taxes too. East Rutherford, New Jersey has a tax, an entertainment tax.
Yes.
But it's flipped though. If they come here, you don't pay taxes.
No,
right?
when you play your home games, home games, I am in the state that I'm playing in, so I don't pay any state tax.
But if Philly comes here and plays,
correct, they don't pay state tax.
So they love playing in Dallas.
Yeah.
No, there could be a city tax in there somewhere.
City tax,
there's a
yes,
city
but like
tax.
the state tax.
California is the worst.
California and Jersey go neck and neck now.
For real?
They get down and dirty neck and neck. on that
There's a big reason why a lot of these huge contracts have a signing bonus, and you have like your salary, right? Because your salary is the one that gets taxed.
Yes.
Not your signing bonus that
yeah.
you signed. That gets taxed by the state you're in.
Yeah.
So there is some like
So you were saying
finagling going around there.
Yeah, Shohei. So what happens is you get called up, like I said, roughly Pride was his last name.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably making 43,000
per game.
So he had to pay this game. He had to pay. He's lost this entire check and is probably going to tap into his next check if he's activated. Next week.
Wow. I saw. I don't remember what the company was, but they were. It was a financial advising company, and they were talking to young athletes in college, and they were explaining. They had them in the team meeting room, the big meeting room, and they were like, some of you guys are going to, the NFL. Some guys are getting NIL deals. Let me break your money down for you. Mm-hmm. He said, let's just say you make $1 million, which is a good living. Mm-hmm. And he started breaking it down and taking money out like, okay, right off the top, 40%'s gone.
Well, because you're in a different tax bracket now.
Yeah.
They hit you a little harder. They hit you a little harder in that tax bracket.
Yep. He's like, so 40%'s gone. Then you're going to have an agent, and then the agent's going to take, let's say, 10 more percent. So there.
Not in the league.
Not in the league?
Not in the league.
Well, he was just knocking it off.
Right. I'm just saying, because like there's a difference. Because there's some kids in college that's getting hit with a crazy cost for these firms that's doing it. But in the league, the most the very max your agent can get, 3%.
Really?
On your contract. Now, your marketing deals, your outside football stuff.
Where they have to go hustle.
That's where they get the money?
That can get up to 20%.
Yeah.
That
That can go anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, that can get out of control.
Because they got to hustle that.
Yeah. But your NFL money.
Because they're bringing you that.
Your NFL money by NFLPA, NFL rule.
3%.
3 is the max.
Max.
Is the max. And that's negotiable depending on who you are, who's your agency. Well, but that's the max that you can get on the contract.
You know you're gonna get $50 million signing bonus. You tell them, you know what, dog, I can get somebody else to do this deal. And you start a negotiation right there.
Yeah. but now here's something else that is also kind of contractual type situation. Let's just say, for example, Shannon, you're my agent, right? So you're my agent, and we start working on a deal, okay? But I fire you.
Yes.
I fire you, and I go hire Nate as my agent.
I still get my money.
You still are required a percentage of that deal
for initiating the deal.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you were there when I started my deal and I fired you, you still are I don't know what the exact percentage is, but you get a percentage still of that deal. Now, if I fire you, like if I'm heading into the season and it's a contract year, and I fire you before the season is over, we're done. But you already got your money that you had before.
If you started talks.
If you started talks and negotiation with and I didn't like it, whatever, and I fired you, you're still entitled to a percentage of the deal that whoever goes forward makes.
Wow. Yeah, it was crazy though. I was like, and you know, he was knocking it down, and you're going to do this for your mom, and then you're going to have this person that's going to do this, and then you got this, and then you're going to have to pay this, and and those kids' eyes, they were just like.
And that's why I always.
Wow.
We really lost this game bad, didn't we?
We talking about money. Yeah. This football game is done.
We'll get into it in a minute. We just got signed. We were talking about
I'm just saying.
And that's another thing that I always get on, like, you see it a lot of times on social media, is that you see these guys, they come out, you know, drafted, and they're just like, you know, I bought my mom a brand new car and a house. I'm like, bro, that's at times anywhere between $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. And the one who got hit like that was like real hard was a guy a couple years ago. The Washington Commanders drafted a guy at LSU, Darius Juice or something like that. And he was like, bought his mom like a Jag truck and a brand new house. And I'm like, dude, you were like a second round pick. You still in your first rookie deal. Like, you buy your mama and them a house and all that when you get that
on your
second deal.
Second deal, make sure you're going to be in the league.
That second deal is where you kind of really set up for life. But when you buy that, you know, even if you're a first round pick, like, you got to live off that forever. You know what I mean?
And if you don't make it, that's your month. That's all you're going to make.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
And that joker was buying, man, and he got hurt, blew his knee out, and we ain't seen him since. We ain't seen him since.
And you know what's so disheartening is the people he went out and helped and did all of that. You know what they told him now that all this stuff get repossessed? Why didn't you think about that? That's what, if y'all ain't listening to nothing Jesse said, please listen to what he just said at the end. Be careful about these people you're taking care of, because you basically took care of them through college, just before the whatever hit.
Yeah.
Now that is hit, you really taking care of them now. Budget your money. I talked to Dion a lot about that. Well, he tried to tell his kids, this right here is a beginning. It can be the beginning of the end, or it can be the beginning of something special. Now, players have no reason to say, I never had that type of money before. You're in college, and a lot of them get nice money. He tried to learn to budget. Learn to tell your family.
No. Big N-O. Tell them, heck no, until you get that second deal and you really, 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 really get paid. Yeah, man. But a guy like Taylor Brooks, who I believe is on league minimum. Yeah. A guy like Pride, who I believe is on league minimum.
We joining the party.
Come on in here, ladies.
Oh, what up?
What are you doing? Nate's just like, come on, we don't want to do the show. Get over there. Get on there.
But Jesse's talking money. He can help them too.
What's going on? Money?
There ain't a snake. Don't worry about
it. We just talking about how, you know, the fine that these players are going to get for getting thrown out of the game. They can't afford.
Isn't as much as what they're going to make.
So tell them your
for
name.
The actual games.
Everybody introduce yourself.
Nicole Hutchison, team reporter, and this is
Zenobia Wimbush, the graphic designer.
Hey, Z, what's up, Z?
Yeah.
You got, normally it was like double cup.
You know what? This is not what I know it looks like.
Nah, I ain't.
Crazy. It's
yeah.
gonna be
So
water
what are y'all doing down in the basement? What are y'all Y'all drove by, and then Nate, in Nate fashion, was like, come on, come in.
The video team.
Okay.
Yeah, talk to them and
All right.
just catch up a little bit. Yeah, talk about work.
Talk about the game.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about the game?
That's why we talking money. What much
exactly?
Well, she ain't never met a mic she didn't like. You
feel
saw
bad.
took the
You
mic
feel
from
bad
the
for
young
Jalen
lady.
Brooks?
I feel bad only because his contract is he don't make a lot of money, like you said,
So why do you feel bad for him?
because he's basically gonna be playing for free.
So why do you feel bad for him?
I feel bad. Okay, come on.
No, I'm
when
asking the question,
when
seriously.
when you start to like cover this team, you obviously start building relationships with a lot of the guys.
But you didn't have to fight.
You didn't.
Like you took that.
You
like,
didn't.
that's my thing. Is like at some point in time, where does the
Good point.
What is the
That's fine.
what is the thing? Though? It's like,
Jesse already
Can you
ran
take my
Z
energy
off.
drink?
Thanks, Z.
you know what I'm saying?
My energy drink. Thanks.
It's like turn this on.
Absolutely.
Like turn this on. Like
Absolutely.
what were you fighting for?
There was no reason to fight. However, I still stand by me feeling bad for Jalen Brooks because he's gonna be playing for free. You gotta be smart. You have to be smart in those situations. Absolutely.
I never got in fights. I never got in.
I wasn't doing all that fighting, man. I'm tired. I'm
And see, I
tired.
didn't even know. Even back then, I didn't know. I was like you. I was like, dude, to push me, I'd be like, yo, man. That's if I fight you, that constitute as 2 or 3 plays. I'm gonna miss.
Yeah.
So I'm not messing with you. Bye.
Wait, who got in fights on y'all's team?
Kevin
Like when
Gogan,
y'all played.
Kevin Gogan, and Kevin Gogan. Kevin Gogan was gonna fight almost every game.
Really?
Yeah, and it wasn't gonna be no flags, and then we just break it up and offsetting penalties.
On my teams, it was Dez.
Tyler Patman.
No, it was Mark Colombo
Yeah.
and Keith Brooking.
Yep.
Keith used to fight?
Yeah. Oh.
Keith is a crazy dude, bro.
Nice guy.
No, he's not.
He's not?
Like
He's wild?
Nah, I thought. Listen, I almost thought I had to fight Keith one time in practice. I didn't want to be no B, so I stood my ground. But on the inside, I didn't really want to fight him.
So then, what do you tell your teammate when they make dumb decisions like that?
You
No,
dumb
you
as
don't
hell.
have to. You don't have to.
No, I'm saying it.
Hey, I'm not feeling sorry for Jalen Brooks.
I'm saying it.
I am.
I'm saying. I'm like,
am.
bro,
He's
you-
making $950,000 this year. He can take it.
I'm saying.
Now the
it.
other guy.
I'm
Now
saying.
the other
it.
guy I
Feel
feel sorry
him.
for.
Yeah.
I remember. I
Hey,
remember
you
when
know
we
what?
were
It's hard for me
playing.
to feel sorry for.
When we were playing, Ori Lemon.
I remember Ori Lemon.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
He was the other Dez Bryant handler. He played linebacker for us.
Okay.
And Ori Lemon in a play in the preseason
Great name, by the way.
had an egregious, I mean absolutely egregious late hit on the quarterback. And they wore his pockets out. That
much?
fine that he got now, it was more than he made. He was playing for free.
Yeah.
Whatever it was an egregious penalty. That didn't have to happen. And so when there's penalties that don't have to happen, like I get sometimes being in the heat of the games, your safety, you come down, or your defensive end, you're rushing.
Yeah.
But when there's an egregious and you don't have to do it, like Jalen Brooks didn't have to get into a fight. You could have
Absolutely
said your piece, maybe mushed him, he mushed you back, whatever, go to the sideline. But y'all carried it into the tunnel, knocked over a ref, got thrown out. Yeah. I'm thinking, like, that's going through my mind. I'm like, I don't want to fight nobody. I'm like, whatever. But I'm always thinking about when the referee, when for us it was Tony the Hill Thrill. He works for the NFL and covers the Cowboys. When Tony Thrill Hill comes down in the pregame, and they give the list to Bucky and one of them, and Bucky goes,
He's
Holly,
the uniform.
uniform.
police.
When he goes,
Yeah.
Holly, pull your socks up. You ain't got to tell me twice. These socks gonna be in order as to what the uniform is. Yeah, like when they go, because that's what happens. Like Tony the Thrill Hill comes out there and he's looking on, he's checking everybody's uniform.
So I looked up Pride's salary, okay? First of all, I don't feel sorry for him anymore, okay? He's made $2.5 million over his career, okay? But he is only making $62,000 this year for the Cowboys. So it's $39,000
this year.
Yeah, this year
Per game or the whole
Well,
year?
because he came in late, right? So he's on the
Prorated.
practice squad,
Right.
So, but he will escalate. You'll have a contract that escalates if he gets called up.
Right. Now the one thing is, so they can only truly really fine you, if I'm not mistaken, if you're on the active roster. Like the money only comes out if you're on the active roster. So if he goes back to the practice squad, they won't take his practice squad check. If I'm not mistaken.
They'll take his check from the game.
His check is gone.
This game
is gone. His check is gone.
Is he in there talking to Todd, going, "Hey, please send me back. Please send me back down." So I don't.
Well, he'll get sent back down.
Well, if he gets sent back down, but if he gets elevated again next week, whatever's left over,
yeah, they'll take care of it.
They're gonna get that too.
That's unfortunate.
I'd be like,
yeah, he's played since 2020. I didn't know that.
No. You cannot feel sorry for a guy. If this was a rookie we were talking about, I'm with you. This guy been in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So you say since 21? No, sir.
He's a journey guy.
No.
Yeah. He's played for Carolina,
like
Las
me
Vegas,
Jesse,
and Houston.
A journey guy.
Yeah.
We don't do stupid.
I got fined.
Well, he asked Jalen Brooks. This is year 2 for him.
I got fined one time. I told you guys this. Honest to God truth. I got fined one time. $9,961.79.
He remembers the cents.
How much?
$9,971.69.
You cried.
I cried. I went to Jason Garrett and cried. $10,000? I said, listen, coach, can we talk about this? I'm always on time. I had the one time I was late because I got fined for technically missing a meeting and being late to a meeting. Because the team meeting was 30 seconds. Coach came in there, was like, all right, guys, let's have a good day. All right, break it to your groups. Team meeting. I missed it. And then I came in 5 minutes late to the special team meeting.
Same
whatever
day?
meeting. Same like back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah. I got the envelope in my lock, and I was like,
But did he work with you?
No.
Jason didn't work with you?
No.
So you still had to come off the $9,000.
Thank God. So I was so upset. I went crying in our wide receiver position meeting. I was so mad. I was angry. I was like, I do everything right. I show up on time. I'm in the weight room. I do everything. I'm like, I'm chasing Des around here for them. I do everything right. And you still find me?
You went to the wide receiver room and you found out what was in that bag.
And Roy cut me a check. Roy Williams gave me $10,000.
Look at that guy.
That's dope.
Roy Williams gave me $10,000.
Oh, he's the man.
He said, "You're absolutely right, bro," and he gave me $10,000. He literally wrote me a check for $10,000. Wow! And I stopped crying.
I think I got fined one time.
You sent him a Christmas present.
I did give him a Christmas gift that year.
I would have.
I did.
It wouldn't be 10,000 worth of Christmas presents, but it wouldn't be a Christmas
Listen,
present.
he's still my friend today. I call him randomly, like, "Hey, bro, you doing good?" I'll never forget that.
4,500 or 7,500. I don't know what it was. And I don't even know what I got fined about. But back then I was wild, but I knew it wasn't going to be.
Was it that Friday morning? You know that Friday morning weight check-in now. You know
it could have been that. But it was 4,500 either 750, 7,500.
Okay, what year was this, Jesse?
And
what year was what?
The year he did this to you.
Was it?
Oh, 2010.
It was how many years after he said we should have
I'm trying to find out
years.
how much Roy was making that year.
Oh, Roy had money. Roy, I mean, he had signed a 7
Was it
year.
2009?
Detroit.
2010.
He was making $14.6 million that year.
He could cut it. He could cut the check.
He made $54 million over his
I was
career.
with you until they said 2021. That dude, you stupid, man.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
We gotta take a break before we get fined.
Let's take a break. We'll come back and talk for 2
Pinky
minutes. And then we'll leave.
Tuscadero came in.
Be right back. Hey, thank you for
Pinky
joining the
Tuscadero.
show. Thanks for
having me.
Sidetracking the whole segment. We
I
appreciate
needed
it.
something because Jess was talking about this money, man. He'd have had people crying.
We'll be back for the last segment. Hanging with the boys. Be right back.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hangin' with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole made with real Hass avocados will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
That's a 9, that's a 10. I'm like, that. Why is it me? Why they could just get shattered?
Hey, I said go.
Oh,
I'm just letting him. I am letting him go. He's just talking.
I said go. Just want to make sure to tell Nate that.
Lord willing.
Welcome back to the finals. I just pulled my headphones out of my head.
Hey,
Final segment of Hanging with Boys brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud daily
Jigsaw,
partner of the
baby.
Dallas Cowboys. Go
We
ahead,
got 3 minutes. Lord's willing.
it's more than enough.
Hey, that what you grow up and say?
Lord willing.
After you had that bad game.
And the creek don't rise.
Yes,
sir. Lord willing, the creek don't rise.
Lord
Any final
willing.
thoughts before we leave? Anything you guys?
Anything on your mind?
Anybody?
Jesse?
Anything
Good-
about the game?
Good.
Shout out to Rico Dowdle. Rico
Yeah.
Dowdle reached 1,000 yards, the first undrafted running back in Cowboys history to reach the 1,000-yard mark. That's big. That's big for Rico. We're talking about money. Like to be a running back in today's football, and even how the season had went for him, kind of like running back by committee, not running back by committee. Give him 10 carries, give him 8 carries, give him 3, and he still was able to muster out 1,000 yards. That add value to what.
Would you keep him,
Yes, for the right price.
or would you try to get somebody in the draft?
No, both.
What if he's right on the edge, a little bit more than what you want to pay him to bring him back?
The only way you don't is you sure you're going to get your guy in the draft. You sure 100% that you're going to get your guy in the draft.
Because I'm sure this year is going to be a lot like last year. Steven's already alluded to it, that money's going to be tight. You're not going to be able to hang on to all these guys. And they're probably going to have a number for each guy and be like, here it is. If you want to stay here, we want you here. But this is the number. We're not going higher than this. I'm sure he's got a number. And if someone offers him a little bit more,
He should go.
would you bump it up if you were the Cowboys, if it's right on the edge of, I mean, because what do you have if you don't have him? You got nothing. You're starting from scratch, right?
I think so. I think if it's close, if it's
go
close
ahead
to
and-
Cowboys, go ahead and pay him.
You kind of have to, don't you? Because if not, you got nothing. And there's not really anybody going to be out there on the open market. You already know we're not going to go get somebody in free agency or somebody that's a free agent now. You're going to have to draft.
What's the other guy that they had on the? There's another running back that they had on the practice squad, right? Who was it, Chris? Not
played
Cook.
a lot last year.
Not Cook. What's the
guy-
other kid name?
Who played a lot last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't think of his name.
Come on, Chris. You know what I'm talking about?
He slipped. I know who you're talking
Malik
about.
Davis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, Malik Davis. They may say, all right, Malik, your turn.
Next up.
Is he even here? He's still here? Is he hurt? I don't even know where Malik Davis is at.
I don't know.
Professional I am.
Kyle said that he would, if Ashton Genty's there at 15, which is where the Cowboys are now, he was like, I'm against taking a running back in the first round, but I would look at that guy. So it's gonna be
I have a
interesting, man.
gut feeling that we're going to look back on the Ashton Genty situation.
It's not going to be that great.
And it's not going to be
Really?
what people think it is. That's just my gut feeling.
I'm telling you this right here, right now.
Time to go.
No, we need to get a wide receiver.
Yes, Lord.
In the first round, we need a wide receiver.
Wow, that's big coming from Nate.
Yes,
because
Lord.
you know Nate's the big upfront
you
guys.
either gonna give us a wide receiver, or your quarterback and your other wide receiver gonna pay for it. They're gonna pay for it because if you're not gonna change the coach, and I'm just going off what Jesse's saying, and you're not gonna run 1,800 motions per snap, what are you doing? You're just gonna line him up, run him across the thing, and they just make one or two adjustments, and they got him covered. So you either go get another wide receiver so you can continue to run your same offense, or you get you somebody that's going to be a little more innovative because CD shouldn't. He's built to catch 100 passes a year, but you don't want that to be 130 passes a year.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here, fellas. Good seeing you, Jesse. Good show. We'll have Kurt back tomorrow.
Lord's
Nate,
good
show.
Good financial talk, too.
Yeah, man.
Chris Beam, thanks for keeping us on the air. Josh Jazz, thanks for keeping him company. And
Name
everyone
all the
else
kids
that's
back
in
there.
the back. Gray, Logie, and Presley.
Yes.
Thanks for running the daycare back there in the back.
No problem.
We'll be back tomorrow. Last show before 2025. Make sure you tune in. We'll have lots to say on Hanging with the Boys. Jesse?
We out.
Jesse today?
We out.
Maybe? Yeah.
Boy, that's
we out?
Caesar
Okay.
for us.
That's us. Yeah. Bye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?